Badwater Ridge, and we are going to be continuing with this, but we're also going to get a few other things done. So they're still working on building the second gravity battery. Once that's done, that will get connected. They're also working on, in fact, they are about to have placed the first triple explosive. There we go. But we are going to be blasting down basically as far as we can go, so we can build as big a power bank as possible. I do want to adjust this as well, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we don't need it at the moment because we're not using it. So now would be a sensible time to pause it now that we know it works. So the way to do that is to disable all of those and crank that up. We also have to open this. So we need to disable all of those. And then set that to 0. And we probably need to pause these because we are going to have to destroy some things. But what I want to do is the deep bad water pumps can work to a depth of 6. Currently they only have 2. So it kind of makes sense to blast out the area. Excuse me, sorry about the bad zooming. I think from about here, so basically all of this, so these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish squares here, 9, I guess it's 3 by 3, and then all the way down here, we should blast that out to be 6 deep, so that when we get a drought, there's at least a little bit of deeper fluid. So yeah, that'll probably take a while to drain out. But obviously we've been, maybe not obviously, we have been very focused over here. It would probably be wise, actually, seeing as we are at the moment generating power, but not for long, to also put in some charging capacity. Because we have bots coming over here to do the building, we should do that as well, shouldn't we? So let's make that a high priority and that a medium high priority. Do need to work out how to connect everything down so that we can then power the things that we are building down here or have part built. So that's cool. This is all charging up just fine now because it's a bad side. So that's good. And we're going to head over here and do a bit of a check on things. So we're good for bad water now. Bot parts are good and we've got loads of bots. I've actually paused some of the bot production for now because we had more excess than I really wanted. Coffee is good, dirt is good, dynamite is good, extract is good now that they're bringing bad water over. Thank you for that tip. So we could do with gears, grease and grease really, and maybe food production. So let's look in here. Actually, algae rations is the only one we're a little bit short on. And that's maybe, yeah, so maybe some more algae production. So we do have set up here ready for creating our new, I don't know why I did that because we've got power up here. I think what we'll do, wish I could get beavers to come up here and stand by to do work. Because what I'm going to do is disconnect that, which will disconnect everything down below, which is obviously bad. And we're going to put in a 4-way power connection here. And then probably what we will do is turn up the volume on the game a little bit for you guys. Because it does look a little bit quiet. And then I'll sort it out in post anyway, but not really relevant. And then what we're going to do is start looking at dealing with the things we have issues with. So if we're going to put in more gear production, although we've got lots of planks, it would be sensible to put in more plank production. And obviously the supplies to support that. So think from memory, but we can have a quick look. So we make a plank every 0.63 hours, and we make a gear every 3 hours from a plank. So clearly one lumber mill can support multiple gear workshops. 5 maybe? That sound about right. 5 times 6 is 30, but it's 0.63. So yeah, we'll do 4. So if we did a plank workshop, and we'll readjust all the paths are just what we had before, and then we could do 1, 2, 3, 4 gear workshops. And what I'm going to do, because it's not something that I normally do, but I'm curious as to whether it will help with efficiency, is we're going to run the path 1 away from the buildings. So, and we're also going to dynamite down so that we can put pit storages in here. Because then we can have them store logs here, maybe 2 that are doing logs, and then a few that are doing planks, and then we'll store gears. And it might actually make sense to store logs the other side. So in fact we could even add logs to our tower of dirt. But what I think I'm going to do is just put a one of those there. Let's prioritize building that, because they're going to be working now split between the 2 sites. And we're actually getting to the point where we're a little bit short of beavers. So let's do that. Let's readjust our bot part factories as well, because we seem to be getting more chassis than heads. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on limbs. 1, 2 on heads, and 2 on chassis. So let's look in our tower. So heads, chassis, limbs. Okay, so that could be the problem. So let's make you heads. We're not that flush on limbs, so I think we'll just do that for now. And then if we check down here, we are chassis, limbs, heads. So we'll leave that one as is, and we'll just mess around with these. So we've got heads, chassis, limbs, heads, limbs. Yeah, I think that's okay. The theory never holds, of 1 of each. It never holds. Where are you stored? I'm guessing too many products. Dirt is full, I'm guessing. Yeah, so we can now detonate these. And this is a bit different for me. This is not how I let's not blow that one up yet. It's not how I normally do these, but so if we do logs to feed the plank production, do 2 logs, maybe 2 planks, and no, not warehouses, because that's wrong. We want a warehouse at the end. That's going to be for gears set to supply. We want piles. There we go. So we do... Actually, we'll do 1 logs, because we've got logs just there as well. We'll then do planks set to supply. Planks, and maybe we just leave the planks as being normal. Planks. do 2 planks, 2 years. There we go. That should work, I think. Yeah. And at the moment, we've got beavers working in those, which is fine because we've only got 5 bots spare. So we'll see how that helps with that. We also need to do grease. Now, to do grease, we need to be bringing up canola. Do we have an excess of canola? We don't particularly, or canola oil. So it's possibly not worth fixing that until we're growing more canola. So where could we grow more canola? Daylight would be nice, please, game. Daylight would be awfully nice, please, game. So I think what we might want to do is look at hydrating this area. And the way we could do that, because we have a path to here, is I could raise you up. Sorry, I'm not going to sing. Don't panic. Let's go to there. Yeah, let's terraform all of that. So we're going to need a path to come through here. And you can get to all of that. We've now got 12 spare bots suddenly. And bad tide is over, which is cool. How are we looking over here? So number 2 is built. Let's unpause that. Right, this is empty. So how are we going to do this? Let's do that first. That, let's do all of the bits that we can reach, I guess. That makes sense. Basically, I'm taking advantage of the fact that if you have the bigger the pool of water is, the longer it takes to evaporate. So I figure if I make one end of it deep, it might take longer to evaporate. I could make this deeper, but that's not really going to help us in the long run. So that's going on. There's not really much going on down here at the moment, obviously. But that's okay, because kind of we need to wait for the next phase to be able to do that, which is to have this finished and then a power connection running down. And I kind of feel like I want to hide the power connection. So what we might start them working on actually is putting in some explosives to do that. Because that's going to take a little bit of construction effort. Because we're going to bring it over here. Don't need a path there. I'm doing that thing I do. You might be able to hear one of my dogs. I'm downstairs with my dogs today and he's having a dream. He's tapping his feet on the sideboard. Right. So that's in. So we'll do the same here and then we will go back and check on the other jobs that we have going on. Yes, that will be double, that will be double, and then we'll run single dynamite along here somewhere. And if we're bringing the beavers over here, we may as well bring them to here. Put a staircase there. Put a double dynamite there. Now, it's a bit of a risk assessment we need to do there because, you know, someone could get a gravity battery drop on their head, but it will add a nice 6,000 HP if we detonate that. So, yeah. But I think that's going to be a better option, tucking that power connection in under the ground there. It's another one of my dogs that you just heard. Just thinking, can they get to all of this stuff? Probably not unless I delete some of this. So let's do that. We're going to be doing a fair bit of deleting anyway to be able to make that work. So that's okay. Right. Let's head back down here. This is obviously going to be a pretty big job. What's going to accompany that is going to be reworking this dam. So I think what we will also want to do is probably come down here and move that path like that, and we will need to eventually move some of this so that we can connect that up. Yep, that's all going well. We've got loads of water, loads of food. Wood store is full. That's all great. Yep, happy with that. Those are built. And we need, the thing we're working on is growing more canola. We need to process more algae rations. So to do that, we need more food factories. Algae needs canola oil. So is that our limiting factor? Let's check our food factory for algae rations, which is just there. And yep, canola oil is the problem. So we do need to up our production of canola. But anything we have a lot of cassavas. Oh, got some flooding there. That was unexpected, but that should sort itself out, I would imagine. Because nothing really has changed in there to cause that. There we go. So that is cassavas, isn't it? Yeah, we've got 2,000 cassavas. So that's kohlrabi. That's cassavas. With how many we've got, I'm actually just going to bring in the demolition crew. So this one floods and then will sort itself out. It's okay. That opens up floodgates up here, as you can see. It'll all be fine. What I was actually thinking about, we're just going to let this run for now. Site B is going to need a revisit at some point soon. Once all of this infrastructure work is done. So getting to that, so let's detonate that out. So that now compared to the pumps is, I believe, 5 deep. So we want to go one more. Let's put that in. Let's detonate that. And then put that one in. That's about to get built, and then we need to start deleting some of this stuff, and then we're going to have to work out a way of planting all of it in there, and that might just be a case of deleting and rebuilding the water pumps. So what else were we doing? We are terraforming busily, and probably with so much terraforming, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do this. Guessing, yeah, they can't get to that now because I was a bit silly. So let's help them get to that without having to demolish buildings. So we'll do that. We've got flooding there. We've got a whole load of flooding going on. So I think we are going to have to make a few changes at some point. So I think some of it is where I terraformed this. It does stabilize very quickly and it's all fine then. That looks kind of cool. Little double waterfall. Kind of like that. That's still flooded. Why are you still flooded? You're at 0.8. You're both open fully, so I'm kind of confused as to why that is still flooding. Other than because I've changed things by doing this. Maybe if I drop that a bit. It's going to get worse because it's got to let water out, but it's got to get worse to get better. Maybe. Maybe the problem's downstream. Yeah, there are lots of problems. We don't really need to have water held in here. So we could delete these and free the water up coming out of that way. I guess we do need that for drought. So what we would need to do is maybe let's straighten that path up a little bit. There we go. But what we maybe need to do is, that's funny. So you can get to that. So that means you can probably build what I want you to put in anyway, which is a pair of those. And what we're going to do is basic, and when drought starts, you shut. And when drought opens, you end. And when bad tide starts, you shut. There we go. So that might help just with a bit more flow. That seems to be sorted. So what we'll do is the same here. When drought starts, you close. When drought ends, you go to 2. Same when bad tide starts, you close. When bad tide ends, you go to 2. See if that helps with all of that. They've cleared that field out, so let's plant the canola in there. Let's not plant it there. Guessing, yeah, you can get there, so let's put that tree back. There we go. And then I was thinking, I don't know how it would work. Feels like we should be planting that area, but we can't get to it at the moment. So it might be if I took out some of the trees here, we could plant back there. Don't know. You should be a bot, because then you'll plant continuously. If you're falling behind. So let's prioritize that by haulers. That should speed that up a little bit. They've built that, so that's good. Yeah, so we need another bad tide. Yay. So we need canola to sort out some of those issues. Otherwise, food-wise, we're good. So, I mean, we could build more well-being, but building well-being for the beavers that are there, all the way up there, seems like a bad idea. Then maybe what's a better idea is moving some of the industry so that we can build well-being down here. So let's start moving some of this stuff. So we've got 6 fermenters. I think we've got 2 doing each. And we can just replicate that pattern up here. How does that go together? Like that. So we can do that. That. Like that. There we go. So we have cassavas, and then we'll sort out some storage for them as well. We have soybeans. And we have mushrooms. And so the recipes are, we need storage for the crops and canola oil. So let's do something similar, but we'll do it along here. So we've got 3 input crops plus canola, and then 1, 2, 3 outputs. So let's do that, and then they can be shipped in and out. You could be switched to be bots now. We do need to build some bot charging. We've got some there. But some more wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. Certainly in the longer term. Right. So we need them to place the explosives, and then we can sort out storage there. They're busy building that, which is cool. So let's go over here. That's done, so we can detonate that. Delete that staircase. We can detonate all of these. And we can get them starting to place the power line, I guess. That needs to swap to be let's just do a 4-way, just because it feels like it's a sensible idea at this point. And lots of straight power shafts. And then decide what we're going to do from there. So that's in. Right, that's all done. So let's detonate that. Let's place the extra single explosive there. Let's detonate those. Okay, let's delete you. Place the triple explosive there. I do think that the easiest way to do this is going to be to delete those and rebuild them, and then run explosives all all the way down there. We can delete you. Put triple explosives there. That doesn't need building over. That one will need building over. Okay. Awesome. I'm making good progress. Not super major projects, but things we need to get done. And while we're doing bits and pieces, I am really looking forward to update 6 coming. So I usually when I start TimberBorn up, I don't bother looking on Steam, but I'm looking every time I start the game now to see if they've announced anything new. They announced recently that they're bringing official mod support to the game, which I'm hoping is going to be a really good thing for the game, particularly for the guys that make the mods. Hopefully it means that the modding community will get a bit more recognition. I don't know if I assume, maybe they do now. I'm not sure. Maybe they get all the recognition they need now. But what I'm hoping is that with that comes the fact that whenever the game gets updated, mods don't break. Where are soybeans? There. Because it is quite common at the moment. I was expecting with update 6 that I'd have to play without mods, but maybe now I won't. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think that's a really cool thing that they're bringing official mod support. I guess they've seen how popular mods are in the game. And they've realized that there's benefit. So yeah. So you need to be set to supply and prioritized by haulers. And that hopefully means that you've got all the planks you need to work, and yet they're running at really high efficiency. You're running at quite low efficiency, but that's because you're full, which is fine. So you actually could be beavers. They can get built. I really feel tempted. And it's going to look a bit weird, maybe. What we're going to do, it's going to break everything for a moment. So bear with me, because I've had a change of plan. We're going to bring a power connection across there. So... And the gear situation is much better now, which is good. Bot head situation is not improving, but we have more bots. So, why are you not working? You're at 97% productivity. So I guess your eye are just for some reason not lit up. Maybe you've gone to charge yourself. Yeah. But that will allow us to put charging along here. And then I think we'll bring another path along the back, and we can then do another row along the back if we want to. As I say, trying to build things a little bit differently every time, because otherwise I think it can get a little bit repetitive. So we want to build our new dam across here. So we would be bringing a path. Let's think about building the levees like that. Do we want to come? Actually, we want it to come from here, really. I want to maximize that'll do. That'll work. So our third of these dams. But that's okay. Not like we lose anything by building another one. And what we'll do is we will run a path up from here. That will allow them to build it from the river. Yep, that'll work. So, and I'm hoping that when we do that, that will green up more of this area. We will need to put in some water dumps to irrigate the area too, but hopefully that will help. Right, have they placed the explosives? They have, so we'll do that. We'll do power. You. And we can put that back. Like that. And then we're going to do science. Charging station. And because I plan to run a path the other side as well, I'm going to alternate them. Like that. And we will do one more. Science. Should I redo them all? Yeah, let's redo them all. Because then it'll fit better. Science. Charging. We do there, 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 there. And then we'll have a path that comes up here and along here. And then we can build more industry along the back as we need to. Things like food factories and grease and canola production. Processing, not production. Oh, we seem to be flooding things. Interesting. It's interesting that that's causing flooding there. Unintended consequences and all that. It's weird how putting a dam there has raised the water level downstream. Oh no, it hasn't. It's raised the water level there because I didn't do what I said I needed to do. Build those missing terrain blocks and move the ladder. So let's do that. Because we have a bit of an issue. So the bad tide started, so the water's going to stop. So that will undo all of that flooding. But that is all on me and my poor planning. So I know you're not surprised. Yeah, there's a bit of a hole there. Just a little bit. Anyway, let's ignore that and go back over here, shall we? Because we have projects going on in multiple directions. So, right, detonate, detonate, detonate. Still placing some of that. So, we'll wait for them to place those. We'll do you 2. Yep. And then we need to do that one and that one still. It is going to take a little while. And then over here we are going to want to have... I don't think there's actually space for them to do that. No. We're going to have to build some new ones. Storage. Large industrial pile. And we'll do a medium warehouse. So we'll do treated planks, obtain, metal blocks, obtain, and gears. Obtain, and I think that's everything we needed. Yep. So obviously I should really have brought the resources over for the explosive placement, but you know, I wasn't fair to the beavers. Right, that's all behaving nicely. That's all good. This is not so good. I'm guessing actually, yeah, they can't get to that. So what we need to do is delete that, get a load of beavers stuck, and replace that with one of them. And then that'll let them do it, and it'll undo what is now rather a large amount of flooding. Let's ignore that and come up here, shall we? And we need to prioritize those. Yeah, so we've got those prioritized. We should probably at least set that to obtain, but let's also prioritize these by haulers. And hopefully that will work. Those are prioritized as well. We are actually producing a positive amount of gears now, which is cool. We've got lots of planks, which is also cool. So not so good on the canola front yet, but hopefully once we sort out some of the mess that we made and we've got things more organized, it'll be okay. So I think probably to keep this hydrated, we are going to need maybe 2 water dumps. So let's put one there and one there. And I am not measuring them at all. I am just guessing. You know, that'll probably frustrate some of you, but I'm too tired to be doing the measuring today. So I don't want to talk about real life much on here, but I went for a 20-mile fairly hilly training run today as I am training for an ultramarathon. And I'm quite tired, so. Once this dries out, I'm going to blast the rest of this out and put dams in. Maybe even floodgates. Right. So, are these all working apart from the fact that they don't have canola oil? Yes. So I think we can delete these. And that will free up some space. How many centrifuges? I want to wait until we've got the canola situation sorted before I move all the food processing, really. I don't know why I want to do that, but I guess we could move all of these random builders' huts and hauling posts and stuff because they don't need to be there. They could actually be built out over the water on platforms, couldn't they? That doesn't need to be there anymore. That was just a token gesture for measuring things. So what we could do is builders' huts are 3 by, aren't they? I'm thinking we just fill this area in and we move all of these out onto it. We do not need inventors. Got 300,000 science at the moment. So back over here. I'd like to try and get this project finished today. I should probably try and focus on it. Right. That's blasted out. That's done. That's done. So let's delete that. Put the triple explosive there. Make that a priority job. Put in the single explosive in there. Make that a priority job as well. That's at its full depth now, so we can rebuild. It's 6 deep, so we want that in there. This one we can do on the way out, I think. We really need to get these placed so that we can start putting the water pumps back. Let's prioritize that by gears to bring the gears over, because we do need a heck of a lot of gears. We'll be making space for metal blocks. It'll be fine. So you can be detonated, and then let's place the single explosive there. While I do a little bit of work there, let's have a look. So we've got 6, 7, 8 builders' huts to fit in. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So that moves all of those builders' huts over from that area. Because the thing is, a lot of the entertainment stuff needs to be built on land. So if we free up the land by doing this, that will work in our favour. So at this point, I really should just switch new construction to be bots, shouldn't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 builders' huts. It's quite nice, and we could probably do the same with hauling posts then, couldn't we, this side? Wouldn't be a crazy idea, would it? Right. Is that all in? I think it is. So let's detonate. No, we've obviously not got it all in, but he's just coming to place that. So that's good. Let's detonate that. Detonate. Right. And then let's delete some path. Start rebuilding the deep mechanical pumps. Oh, of course you sent it there. 25 metal blocks as well. I've got 800. Screw it. I am going to prioritize picking those up as they make space. Let's detonate you. And then we need to delete you. And you get dynamite. I'm going to do double and double. I think it works out the same, doesn't it? Landscaping. So a triple is 2 and 1, and then 1. Yeah, it works out the same. So. And then we have to start rebuilding. So we will need to put in triple platform, triple platform, triple platform. I guess we could start building those by putting triple platforms there. Did I prioritize that? I did. Awesome. I'll come back to that in a second. Because I think what we'll do is, let's say we'll do the same here. If I can think what I'm looking for. So I must have made that 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And we'll leave that for now because they're building some of that from underneath, but we'll delete. Will we delete that? Just thinking that to fit the same number in, I guess we could just be more efficient with our pathing. Yeah, we can still fit the same number in. Just won't be symmetrical. That I'm going to sort next time. That's future me's problem. Detonate. Landscaping. Double dynamite. Right, that's in. So let's put the next one in because these are going to be the things that are slowest to build, I think. We might want to double up that extra gear production that we put in. Make that a priority. Yeah, we still need to blast out under this platform, but we can do that once all of this is done. These are slowly dropping just from charging up the bots. Okay, this is in. I guess. I mean, if I'd been sensible, I would have dropped the power connection down at the side here. I could still do that with a bit of thought. If I delete you. Focus. Focus. Detonate. Path. So I think now we are safe to delete all of that path. Put that in. Let's put those in and come back over here. So yeah, I think if I go with a suspension bridge that is that long, then I can build the power connection off the end. There we go. And then it'll kind of blend in a little bit because it sits on side of the gantry of the gravity batteries. There we go. Right, let's make sure you're prioritized. Make sure you're prioritized. We need to start putting in the power power connections because those have to be built one at a time. Give me my cursor. There we go. And then let's come back over here. And at the very least, I want to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, we could move 8, couldn't we, as well? So let's do you. And then you. Let's just check, actually. I think these are a mixture. So bot. Do a 4 bot and 4 beaver. Okay. So we'll have to do these manually. This feels like a better use of space to me. So max out. Max out. Max out. I mean, we could have more hauling posts because we've got so many spares of both. But, you know, we'll address that in a future video. I think particularly having more bots hauling might be useful, but for now, let's maintain the status quo. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Now, freeing up more space. I don't know whether to... I feel like it would be more sensible to join these together. So I'm going to do that because then they're one body of water and larger bodies of water evaporate more slowly. And then deleting that staircase that I had there seems less sensible. Now let's put it back so we can get those resources back. And we might as well do that. Yep. Okay. That seems like a sensible change. Back over here. So, waiting on gears, obviously. Power there. And there. Yep. Prioritize those. I guess these don't need to be paused now because they just don't have power. Or anything to pump. That's getting built. I'm going to make that a low priority job. Really would like to get this finished. Come back, look at that in a second. Yeah, that's done. That seems to be working. I mean, there. 80, 90, 90, 21, but I think that's just because plank storage is full. 0%, that's because that storage, yeah, that's full. I think that's because of low canola oil. Maybe full storage as well. Yeah, I think that's just because storages are full looking at the food. So that's good. So we've not done any harm with our deletions. Let's get rid of that bit of path. There we go. How's me new canola doing? 25%, jeez. Do need to sort out a new canola farm. Oh, come on. Right. Power. T-junction. I was going to say I'm not sure how that has power, but it's because it's connected through. No. Please tell me you're carrying a gear. You are. So what we can do is put in that one. And I'll start bringing the other stuff. We don't need, I think, those necessarily prioritized anymore. No, because that only needs 50 treated planks. That's going to be done soon. So let's come along there. Come along there like that. Delete that. That in. Oh, we've got a problem where we've got stairs. Okay. We'll have to replace those with ladders. That is a really frustrating feature. There we go. Right, so that's in. That just needs to be built. And I'll have to put power connection in for it. We've not quite got enough gears to finish that one, but what I want to do is get this finished. At least we won't necessarily get this bit replaced, but because I would like to go and make my dinner because I am hungry. So let's re-enable those. Oh, I completely forgot about this job. Actually, they're doing reasonably well. That's nearly done as well. So. And as they get this done, that will allow connecting up of Site B to the new power grid. Oh, awesome. That pumps in. So start working back, connecting that to power as well. Count 4 more gears. So they don't need to be there. If they're carrying gears, there should be enough gears up here now. Because we just need to do a corner, which is just logs. We have loads of logs up here. So. Oh wow, that's almost been built. That's pretty crazy. Detonate. Power. High power shaft. Straight shafts. 2 more gears to go. So that's going to be use it. Yep. Awesome. No. Come on. 1 more gear. Do I dare? Guess I can place it, and if they bring both the logs over too soon, we can pause it again. Yeah, let's pause it. Let's make that high priority. That might be why. Come on. Did that get placed yet? Nope. Got plenty of extract and explosives. That's just a case of waiting for them to bring it, I guess. Come on. You've got extract. Have you got gears? You have. It's never a good idea doing builds over 300 whatevers, I guess, blocks away from your main area, but it shouldn't really matter for bots. Maybe if we don't watch them. This is all working okay, it would seem. Everything except algae rations is good, and that's because we just don't have enough canola and canola oil, so we will address that once we get the farm sorted. This doesn't need to be there anymore. Oh, come on. Please. No, you're not the super fast bot that's coming to build that. You are going to build a piece of dynamite. There we go, another one in. Please tell me you're the super fast bot that's coming to build that. Yay. Unpause. Now we just need a super fast bot to come build that, but I am going to re-enable those. Let's get the water flowing. Bad water flowing. As most stuff is done. And we'll see how Mark II, I mean, really, it should perform exactly the same. The only difference is it'll be more robust when we get a drought. I can then delete this, put explosives there, and we should be good. Now, with all of this hooked up, we're also hooked up down here to a grid that's actually not doing anything because I need to adjust. None of these are closed because of bad tide, so yeah. This is our only power generation. And we're generating a nice amount of power. It's not affected the power generation, which is cool. Still getting up there to a similar amount. Is it going to let me go any further on that? Yep. Okay. I mean, actually, I wonder whether it will speed up because this is going to be pulling faster. They're going pretty good, aren't they? 15,000 power is pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Detonate that. Put the last one in there. There we go. So that's got the new deeper sump done for this. I think ideally you'd have something much bigger here. But it's doing a job, isn't it? It's doing a job, you know. So, I mean, all it's going to have to do really is power whatever deep water pumps we put in down here. And generate enough power to fill up some storage to handle charging and stuff through a drought when it stops working. Are you coming to do that? You are? Okay. Maybe we'll just let this finish. We just need a speedy bot to come build it. Well, that's in. Okay. Detonate. There can't be any more to go. No. So let's do... There we go. Yep. We're going to do that. And then we're going to start placing explosives in there. That job is done. So we need to work on building the big power store down here. We need to work on setting up all of the floodgates and pumps. Now that we've got our power source sorted, and then we can work on planting trees down here, which will be nice. Next time we need to get our canola farm sorted and get that addressed, and then we can get our food production moved and grease sorted. Going to put that in now so that I don't forget, and we've got the start of our new industrial area. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Any comments, questions or suggestions, stick them below, and I'll see you next time.